All right, welcome back. RealCopStoriesVideos.com coming up on 380 cop stories. Please look them up. They're great. 789. They're all my babies. All kinds of stuff on there. Bodies exploding and pursuits and everything. A lot of ice ones, gross ones. I warn everybody before we put them on so you can leave the room. Please enjoy them. Okay. In addition to that, another 200 question and answers. Okay. So if you want to ask me a question, I'll answer you. Email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. I'll answer you directly, and then I'll put it on video. Now, right now, we're talking. I found another cop story. In other words, I have so many of them now. I mean, 380 of them. Once in a while, I'll see something that reminds me of how my wife. Write that down. Write that down. I should write it down. Then I'll do it, share them with you because it's a long time ago. Okay. So anyway, here's an unusual by accident. We'll call this. This is an arrest by accident. Talk about being at the wrong place at the wrong time, being the criminal. Okay. Working narcotics. We're working major cases. In other words, multi-kilo sales, and we're using informants and all this stuff to do that. The informant had told us there was going to be a meet of two cars in a parking lot of a market, and they were going to exchange drugs. Okay, so we use informants to get there, and then we all sit around the parking lot and we wait to see. And usually the informant knows, because informants are criminals, no matter how you want to talk about it, they're criminals. And they're doing it for money. Okay, so we're waiting for the cars to show up. Okay, in this particular incident, there was a market, a major street, and then across the street, I can say it's not a big deal, but it's a Carl's Jr. parking lot. And right before about an hour before the crook's supposed to show up, we deploy. In other words, we got guys in an observation van. We have a black and white over here, a black and white to take them down. A couple black and whites actually, because it's not our jurisdiction; it's another city. Narcs in the parking lot to watch where's the meet's supposed to be, and then my partner and I are across the street in the Carl's parking lot, just sitting back into a spot. In case the guy gets across the intersection or he's going to go in foot pursuit, as soon as it goes down, we're going to come out of the parking lot and just kind of wait like sharks to see if these guys. We're like the mobile chase units. So in case the guy runs or something, we'll just zoom on him because all the other guys are going to be coming in on the arrest. So that makes sense. Okay. So anyway, so we're sitting there, and of course before that you go into Carl's, you get a burger, because that's how we eat on the run. And I'm sitting in the car, eating. The food's falling down in my garage. My poor seat. My car was all full of stains, soda and who knows what. So I'm eating my burger. And I see my partner across the parking lot. Maybe it's all ready to go. It's nighttime. It's all lit up. Okay, so we're sitting there. It's like 7 at night. We're waiting. Okay, so then we're waiting. The meet's supposed to go down at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock comes and goes. It's like 8:20, 8:30. And then one of our detectives has made contact with the informant to see what's going on. Remember now, I'm just sitting there. Okay? And I've been on the job now about 17 years. Worked narcs, major case for about 3.5 now. So I'm my way around. I'm sitting there and all of a sudden I see, we're watching people come and go from the burger place. And most burger places, people come, they go in, they eat food, they come out and they leave. Or they wait, some people bring some takeout food. It's pretty fluid, like an anthill, come and go. Very rarely see people sitting in the lot, just sitting in the lot. You don't really see that very often. Not a place to make out, it's too brightly lit, and whatever reason people would stay there. So a couple cars over, car pulls in, guy gets out, sitting and leaning against this trunk of his car, and he's looking around like this. Okay, well, I've been around long enough to know that when you see that's happening, something's going to happen. Okay, he's looking, car go by, look in the car. Okay, he's looking for something for some reason. So I go, hey, T is my partner's name. I go, did you see what that guy over there? No, look over here towards me. What's he doing? I don't know, but he's waiting on something. Of course, T had like 5 years on me. He had like 20 years on. He goes, let's get ready for this. Something's going to happen. I said, yeah, I agree with that. So we're watching him. So we get on the radio and we tell our boss, and subsequently to this, the boss says, the other one is a no-go tonight. So let's meet behind this market. And the T senior to me goes, hey boss, you might want to stand by across the street and get a black and white ready. Something's going to happen over here at the Carl's. Right? Really? Yeah. So get everybody ready. So the boss says, nobody move. Just undercover cars. Get near the street. Black and white. Stay where you're at, and stand by. He trusts us, and might have something. Okay. Wrong place at the wrong time. Car goes by. The crook's standing there like this, looking around. Car goes by. He looks in. He nods his head. Car goes around the parking lot. T says, "It's happening right now. Stand by, stand by." So I get my gun ready. Cause we're not usually take people down, but it's going to be quick here. Here's the car with the guy standing. Can you see this all right? There's a guy standing back of the trunk. Okay. Car goes around like this. Pulls in next to him. Okay. Get out. They do the universal, bro shake. What's happening, bro? They look around. Okay. Now who does this? Okay. Trunks go up, and I'm narrating because I can see him. They're only one car from me. Okay. They go, yeah, the trucks are going up, so it's going down, it's going down. I said, one's reaching in, he's reaching in. Says, and then, so T said, let's get out. So I said, okay, so I said, give me some help. We jump out, found out later, all the narcs come flying in with their plane cars, so was the black and white. We run up with our guns out. The one guy from the first car has got a duffel bag. He's lifting, he gets about halfway through the cars, and that's when we put the guns right here. You know, literally, not literally, but figuratively speaking, you know, guns are out, we got our badges, we're yelling police, and he just looks like, you know, drops it. I grab him. The other guy takes one step, T's right there. He grabs him over the trunk with open trunk, over the open trunk. They're struggling. Here come uniforms. I don't even have handcuffs on me because we don't normally do takedowns. Okay? So I've got him by the neck. I got my gun in the back of his head. I'm yelling in Spanish, "Don't move, I'll kill you." Okay. And both of them ultimately peed in their pants. I think they thought we were going to rob them. Okay, that's a little bonus there. Not that we meant to, but sometimes people get a little bit excited. So I'm yelling at both of them because my T doesn't speak Spanish, so I'm yelling at both of them. They'll move, you know, we're police. So we cuff them, get him on the ground. In the meantime, one of the other detective looks down at the duffel bag, and it's half, and this is right, I'm not making this up. It's like half zipped open. Okay, it turns out the guy, we found out later on that the guy that came in wanted to see the kilos before they moved the duffel bags. So the guy had the kilos in his car, had the bag unzipped, so he was transferring, and he could see and again, there's kilos, if you don't know what kilos are, 2.2 pounds of coke, and they're about this size, about the size of a small hand, okay? There was like 30 in the duffel bag. Each of them street value, about 40 thou, okay? Street value. When they get cut down with all those doses, because this is like 80% purity, people snort like 2%. Do the numbers here. So the street value would be about, maybe a couple 100,000. You start cutting it up, you know. Anyway, so we had about 30 of those in there. Okay, so it was kind of neat because like, oh my gosh, you know, we got and they have no idea what happened. They just don't even, they're just beyond themselves. So cuff them. Another duffel bag in there, another 30 in that one. So we got 60. Not bad, okay. Do the math, I don't know, 30 times 40 thou at 120 thou, no, that would be 1.2 million, so you got 2.4 million somewhere in there. Street value, probably double that or triple that, okay. I mean, huge seizure. By accident, okay? So we hook them up, we get the cars, the other agency takes the bodies and the narcotics, their units come out, T and I go with them. Boss is all happy because we got a big seizure. They go back to the city, we go with these guys, there's a secretary writing the reports, I mean, we're there all night, it was great. We got accommodation, it was pretty neat. Okay, now you go to court. And, you know, it's a battle of wits in court, but when you're right, like I've always said, people ask me how I can tell these stories. Well, when they're the truth, it's easy. Okay? Same with court. If you tell the truth, it's easy. It really is. You know, a lot of guys lament. A lot of officers, oh my God. No, just tell them what happened. Let the judges and the jury decide if they like it or not, or if they're going to rule in your favor. We don't do that. We just tell them. We're like a recording machine. We just print it out, and here it is. Okay? We don't really care either way. I do care, but I really don't. I mean, it's not up to me. I did my job, and the courts, you people, the jurors, decide. Anyway. So but we never went to jury trial. It was a preliminary hearing. I get up there. I tell him what I did. So here comes the cross-examination. He goes, and of course it's a Clarence Darrow moment. You know, he stands up, takes off his glasses. You know, like cross-examination. You know, got his pen, puts it down. Really, bro? Okay, you're in front of a judge. Who are you trying to impress? Okay. Now, you say you saw the bag in the trunk to the other trunk. Is that correct? Yeah, I said yes, sir. Well, could have been anything else. No. Could have been exchanging clothes? No. Could have been exchanging auto parts? No. Could it be exchanging anything else but cocaine? No. Well, how could that be? And the judge says, are you asking a question? Because the judge gets a little, you know, miffed anyway. Well, oh yes, I'm asking a question. He has to contain himself because he's off on this, you know, mythical, you know, I'm riding my unicorn off into the sunset. He has no idea this is a real car, you know. He's trying to do his take on this. And I'm just, man, I've been doing this like for 16, 17 years now. I'm just looking at him like, you know, okay, come on, you know, bring it on. I don't care. I don't get a bounty for this. He goes, oh, so you're telling me that this is just a coincidence that you just happened to be there? Yes, sir. You didn't stake out on the car, the first defendant, the guy that showed. No. You weren't there to arrest him? No. Do you know him before that? No. Oh, well, I find that hard to believe. The judge says, well, is that a question? He goes, no, it's not a question. He started to get all bubbled up on his own mouth because he's trying to argue with me like we're having a line seminar. This is not a debate. It's just there. Okay, ask me the question, I'll answer you. It's not a big deal. Okay, so the DA gets up. You know, did you target him? No. Do you know him in Adam? I don't know him, sir, from Adam. Do you know him at all? No. How about the other guy? No. Okay. Okay, how many of these bag-to-bag exchange have you done in your career? Ah, that's a good question. Okay, why did the defense ask me that? They're public defenders, but that's a good question. How many of these have you seen in your career? I said about a dozen. About a dozen, yes. In what field? Well, in narcotics, undercover narcotics. Not in patrol? No, I had 14 years in patrol. No, because we're not doing that sort of thing. I didn't say that, but 12 times. Okay, and how many years? Oh, about 4 years, 4.5 years. Those 12 times, did you ever, when you discovered the bags and opened them up, yes, sir, did you ever see food? Because he was asking about, could it have been food? No. Auto parts? No. Clothes? No. Have you ever seen anything other than contraband in there? Have you ever seen like stolen watches or clocks or toasters was in one of the that he brought up. Toasters? No, sir. The DA goes, well, so in those 12 before this one, all those 12, what were in those bags? And what kind of bags were there? There's workout bags, there's duffel bags. What were in those bags? Every one of them had narcotics. Every one of them? Every one of them. What kind of narcotics? Half and half marijuana. Usually the bigger bags had marijuana because marijuana is a cheaper priced item, so they need to have more product. Whereas the cocaine is more expensive, so they don't transport a lot of cocaine in the sense of marijuana. We'd have like 500 pounds of marijuana in the trunk, 600 pounds, but the coke was more like 30 kilos or 40 kilos. I said, so that I'm explaining that. He goes, okay, so never. No, sir, never. Okay, so then, so now there's called summations, summarize the case. And here's Clarence Darrell again, It's obvious that, I don't believe the officer's testimony, detective testimony. I know he singled him out and blah. And I'm sitting there going, are you out of here? What are you smoking? I'm going to give you a urine test. You are really blowing it out your butt, okay? No way. So the DA gets up there and says, no, Your Honor, this is he says, it's kind of an ironic twist that these two gentlemen were at the wrong place at the wrong time. The detective said he was watching another suspect across the street, and they just happened to pull in this parking lot. Complete surprise to these officers. Kind of a bonus to the police, but not to the defendants, of course. Argue back and forth. The judge says, no, the judge rules, no, this is a proper search. They did not ace them out. They did not pick them out of the crowd. Blah, 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 blah. So he held in the favor of the people, basically, the police and the district attorney. And then, of course, the defense says, well, I'm bringing this all up in trial. I want a jury to see this. I want a jury to see that. I'm going to impeach him in court. I'm going to impeach him in front of the jury. Me. And blah, blah, blah. Oh, my God. And just, well, that's fine. That's fine. That's your right to take it to trial and everything else. Give it tonight, today. No. And the bail was so high because of the value of this stuff that both of them were still in custody. I found out later on, they eventually got bailed out, and we never saw them again. They were gone. They go to Mexico, and they stay there and live there forever. And they're probably, to this day, 40 years later, there's probably a stinking warrant in the system still for their go under arrest. So that's what they do. They flee, and then they never come back. They know they're going to go to jail, so they just go to Mexico. They stay with their families and live a life down there, and that's fine. That's not my concern. Okay. So anyway, so that was our duffel bag car to car, purely by accident. It's weird. Sometimes this happens. And I think one of the few times, this is the only time I can remember that happened to me, one time. Sherwood T, we never had that before, where you get something by accident. You're going over here, you get over here. Weird. Okay, but it happens. It's the way it is. Police work. Anyway, it's pretty neat, though. A very good keeper and good case. And, we feel like we're, we walk around strutting, at work, talking about how many, we got 80 kilos, and nobody really knows we got it by accident. We're not going to tell them that. Not our fellow guys. Yeah, we're out there doing that. This is how you make those big cases. Yeah, right. It walked in on us. The guy might as well have walked to my car and say, hey, do you want these? I mean, what's it's almost that easy. Okay. We're not going to tell our peers that. We're hot shots. Okay. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that story. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.